There's an expression in Japanese, and it's koto dama. Koto is word, and dama is tamashi, the spirit of the word, giving the sense that words can manifest, and words do manifest. And I've had some run-ins with this problem, calling a restaurant that's now no longer here, calling it Fiasco. A friend who opened a moving company, a trucking company in the United States, tri-state area, calling it Titanic Enterprises. And I thought I was finished with that. I learned my lesson a long time ago, and I wasn't going to ever get involved with Kotodama anymore. And I called tonight out on a limb. And it was the first time in 2 years that absolutely no one signed up to tell stories. And I said, oh, there it is again, you know. And it didn't change until I worked up a whole big thing about the restaurant and the friend in the States and so on. So at least I have a story now to tell about it. And then, of course, things turned around through the help of Phil Norton, who introduced a friend who was about to come up. And anyway, people sort of came out of the woodwork. Tim, he answered my emergency email, please, onegai shimasu. And so it all worked out. But beware of kotodama. Did I say that? Kotodama? Yeah. So the spirit of the word, okay? But anyway, right now, Duke is going to come up, and he's looking around to see where he is. He's gone out to find himself. He's going to come up and do what he does, which is sort of rakugo-ish stories in English. And would you please welcome him now?
Well, this is a tough bunch of acts to follow. This is, I've never done anything like this before, so I'm just going to give it a shot. First of all, how many people know what rakugo is? Okay, that's good. Knowing what rakugo is, have you ever watched rakugo? Okay. So I'm going to get off the roof, and I need a volunteer. Does anybody want to go out on a limb? Just one. Thank you. And you can stay over there. Stay over there. So what's your name?
Paul.
Paul. Thank you, Paul. Now, for those of you that don't know what rakugo is, can you raise your hands just so I can? Okay, so all three of you. Now, rakugo how lazy is this? Okay, we're all used to stand-up comedy. I get to sit down. Now, the thing about rakugo is it's storytelling like you guys are all used to, but you really have to rely on people's imagination, or at least the people who are listening to it have to rely on their own imagination and let it run away with you. It's great. So I'm going to throw this ball that I've got, okay? And please try to catch it, okay? Are you good at catching things?
I can.
Okay. Use your imagination. Okay, ready?
A baseball? A softball?
What do you want it to be?
Volleyball. A baseball.
A baseball. Okay, let's go. Baseball. You don't have your hands up. Okay. Nice catch. Okay. Now I need you to throw it back to me, okay? Right? No. You don't get it. You got to throw it to me. Okay, one more time. This guy's good. All right. Okay, one more time. Ready? Ow! Oh, he's got the hang of it anyway. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much. Like, I'm going to sit down now. All right. You get the idea anyway. Now I've got this thing here, which is good for wiping sweat. And does anybody know what this is? It's not chopsticks. It can be though if you use your imagination. Right. I'm allowed to use these two products. I'll leave it there. Okay, anyway, so talking about being out on a limb. I came to Japan 13 years ago, and I teach kindergarten. And I don't know, has anybody taught kindergarten English? Okay, well then you guys are going to enjoy this, hopefully. So, you know, the first time I walk in to teach a class of kids, and you say 35, 40 kids, and you walk into the room, and all you get is a room full of kids going, Gaijin. But after about 5 minutes, all like, yeah, woo, yeah! You know? And it'll be like, you know, so you start with a warm-up, you know, punch, kick, you know, jump, kancho! And it's like, does anybody know what a kancho is? You don't want to know. Anyway, they get pretty friendly pretty quickly, and it's really interesting being out on a limb teaching kids. But there's a few times I thought, you know, I could really do this. I could teach these kids. I get one time, you know, you're teaching kids, and they're like, one of the kids comes up and like, Sensei, Sensei, ano ne, eto ne, kyo ne, ano ne, asa ne, eto ne, chicha ne, ano ne, ne, ano ne, banana tabeta. And I'm like, whoa, I understand banana. And in English, it's like, Sensei, teacher. Today, this morning, I ate a banana. Oh, great. So I got a lot of this. So I thought I'd try and, you know, teach them by giving it back to them, you know? Figured give them a little bit of their own medicine, so it'd be like, next time I got a kid to go, Sensei, ano ne, and I'm like, no, ano ne, kyo ne, eto ne, Sensei ne, ano ne, eto ne, asa ne, kohi nonda. I drank coffee. Anyway, this whole time I thought they'd get it. The whole time, they're like this. Ah, so. And they're like, but ne, Sensei, ano ne, eto ne, kyo ne, asa ne, chi-chan no papa ne, kohi mo nonda. They don't get it. So, anyway, move on to some easy stuff. Try to get colors. And, they get good at this stuff over time. And, you know, it's like, what color is it? It's blue, it's pink, it's red, it's murasaki. Kid next to the kid. Chigao! It's murasaki desho? It's purple. Thank you. Anyway, moving on. Lunchtime. I don't have any of you who've taught. Have you actually eaten with the kids? No? No? Okay, well it gets pretty interesting during lunchtime if you're eating with them, especially 35 of them. But, you know, like, you're trying to eat the lunch that's been sitting there for 30 minutes already because it's taken them half an hour to put it all out. And it's been, you know, sneezed on and whatever else by all the kids that have gone around and tried to touch it. But anyway, as you're trying to eat, you get kids, Sensei, Sensei, yes? You know, and you think you're talking to one, the other one's calling you over here, and finally you get to a point where it goes all silent, and one kid's like, I'll try to do it. Sensei, Sensei. Kanojo aru? Do you have a girlfriend? At the time, no. So I said, no. Hoshi? This kid's 3. They surprised me anyway. Another time, you're warming the kids up, and I decided, don't just jump and kick and punch and all that. Let's throw something else in. Let's do some hula. So it's like hula, hula, hula. And I get a kid who's actually taking hula lessons. She's like, that's not how you do hula. It's like this. She's 4. She taught me a lesson. Anyway, then we get to story time. I've got there's one story. Everybody know Star Wars? Thank you. Well, doing story time, I had this pop-up book, and it was a Star Wars pop-up book. And I get to the last page, and it's got a big face of Darth Vader. And so I get to, Luke, I'm your father. And I said, does anybody know who this is? Oh, I do. It's the guy from the pachinko commercial. Yeah, but that's not, anyway. I give up. So, okay, let's go back to something simple. Let's start with the 3 Little Pigs. So I'd like to try the 3 Little Pigs for you guys, if that's okay. This is my version of the 3 Little Pigs. Does everybody know the 3 Little Pigs? Okay, thank you. I have another name for it in Japanese. In Japanese it's... Do you know the Japanese name? Sanbubu? Boo-hoo-hoo? I'm being taught all the time. That's a good one. I like that. How many people like yakiniku? This is a tough crowd. Well, if you like yakiniku, you might like this. I prefer to call it tonari no tontoro. So, it was worth a shot. Now, okay, so there's 3 little pigs, and they all want to build a house, but they can't get along. Typical siblings, right? So, the first piggy. I'm piggy number 1. I'm lazy. That's what I'm sitting on up here, right? Anyway, I don't want to spend a lot of time building a house, so let's build a straw house. There. It's easy. Now, that means like a time change. I'm piggy number 2. I don't like straw, but I'm also lazy. So I'm going to build, how about a wood house? Okay. Are you still using your imagination? Okay. I know I'm not very good at this. I shouldn't start at the bottom, right? Sorry, start at the top. Right. You try building an imaginary house. Stay. Didn't take too long. It took a little bit longer than the straw house. Anyway. I'm piggy number 3. We didn't have very good names. I'm a workaholic. I don't mind working all day, many hours, if I'm going to reap the rewards, right? So I'm allergic to straw, and I don't like wood very much. So what can I build? Oh, I want a fireplace too, and lots of rooms. I think I'm going to build a brick house, strong. You know, I think I enjoy that. The heating bills are going to be crazy though. Speed it up a little bit. Okay, that's one wall. So anyway, a few months later, he finally gets the house done. And so they're all sitting around. And the big bad wolf comes along. Actually, a little bit bigger. The big bad wolf. And he says, I'm hungry. So I think I want some pork. So let's go see what I can come up with. So I just walk along. Ooh, there's a straw house. I think there's a pig in there. Never figured out how they could figure that out, but I guess he had X-ray vision. So he goes and he knocks on the door. And he says, "Who is it?" The voice changed a little bit. The wolf says, little pig, let me in." And the piggy says, "Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin." And when you're telling kids this story, you can imagine what the one thing they're thinking about. It's not pleasant. It took a while for them to get used to it. Anyway, try it again. Not by the hair on the chinny chin chin. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. And the piggy says, okay. So it goes, sorry. And the piggy says, oh no, help me, oh no. And the wolf goes, ow. Namaham, yummy. Never had namaham until I came to Japan. Anyway, the wolf says, I'm still hungry, so I'm gonna go see if I can find some more. Let's see what I can do. Oh, there's a wood house. Okay. There's gotta be another pig in there. Let's get some. Who is it? And the wolf says, little pig, let me in. And the piggy says, we are enthusiastic, aren't we? Let's try this one more time. Ready?
Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
3 times the charm, right?
Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
Then I'll blow your... No, I didn't. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. You're really getting the brunt of it, aren't you? Sorry. And the piggy says, oh no, help me, oh no. Ow. Buta kimchi, spicy. Japanese kids get it. And so then the wolf says, I'm still hungry. One more. I think I'll go for a little bit of a run first. He got to this brick house. And he's like, let's try it. The pig, no answer. Oh, there's a doorbell. Bing bong. a big house, there's still no answer. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. The piggy says, "Who is it?" Wolf has to think about it for a minute, and he's like, these pigs are smart, they don't answer the door. I gotta try something. Ah, I got it. NHK! Okane chodai! The pig says, "I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese." Little pig, let me in! The pig says,
Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
you're gonna get it one of these times, right? One more time.
Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
Then I'll huff and a puff and I'll blow your house in! House is still standing? No way! So the wolf dies of asthma. No. He sees the pig, and the pig's like, "Na, na, 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 you can't catch me." The wolf says, "Oh, my pride's at stake. Now I gotta get this pig. What am I gonna do?" There's a ladder, and there's a roof, and there's a chimney. We're not in Japan. But anyhow, let's try this, okay? So he climbs up the ladder. And he looks down. Yeah, I agree with Phil. I'm afraid of heights. Anyway, let's do this. Okay, he gets down into the chimney and starts climbing down, and all of a sudden he's fell into the water. Gotcha. And so the piggy's like, "I'm hungry. How about some udon?" "Oh, look, lucky. Okami udon." "That's okay, because I was out of kitsune anyway." Oh. Anyway, the moral of the story is, if you're on a roof, out on a limb, on a table, in front of a big, large crowd, tread lightly, because you may fall in hot water. Thanks.
Anyway, that's about it for tonight. Thank you very much for coming. I don't have a theme for next month, but if anyone has an idea or story they'd like to tell, we'll adapt the theme to your story. I think that's about it for tonight. Thank you very much. Enjoy yourself, spend some more time, talk with friends, and we'll see you next month, I hope.